Good morning, Hope. Psalm 16 for us today. A miktam of David. Preserve me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good apart from you. As for the saints in the land, they are the excellent ones, in whom is all my delight. The sorrows of those who run after another God shall multiply. Their drink offerings of blood I will not pour out, or take their names on my lips. The Lord is my chosen portion and my cup. You hold my lot. The lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Indeed, I have a beautiful inheritance. I bless the Lord who gives me counsel. In the night also my heart instructs me. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad, and my whole being rejoices. My flesh also dwells secure. For you will not abandon my soul to Sheol, or let your Holy One see corruption. You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. So Psalm 16 is, I think this is probably more of a prayer type psalm that we see from David. It starts out with his main request, his main petition: preserve me, O God, because in you I take refuge. He's putting the responsibility of his preservation on God, because God is his refuge, a common theme in David's prayers and Psalms. And then throughout, he talks about how he's blessed because of that truth, and how the saints are able to take delight in this. And he keeps going back to the character of God and how his heart is glad and rejoices because of the security that his soul has in Yahweh. And because of that, verse 10, I think, is the key verse here, that God will not abandon his soul to Sheol. God will not abandon his soul in the afterlife, that God will deliver him from that. And David, perhaps at the time, probably was not thinking about the resurrection, at least not the way that we understand it, but surely the Holy Spirit speaking through David was probably thinking that, and for us to ponder, especially us in light of the revelation of Jesus Christ. When we think of verse 10, God is not going to allow our bodies to remain 6 feet under. Eventually, one day when his son returns, our bodies will be reunited with our souls, and we will be fully glorified to have a body that will never be corrupted again. And I think in verse 11, as we go forth for the day ahead, when David says, you make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. God makes the path of life known to us through his word, through us submitting ourselves to his instruction. And so as we go to prayer to him this morning, as we go to his word, we want to know the path we ought to take. We need to know his will, and we need to recognize that when we discover that, when we walk in that path, that is where joy is to be found. If your life is lacking joy, go to his word, follow his word, go to prayer, lament the lack of joy in your life, be honest with God in that, and remind yourself of the security that your soul has in Yahweh, in his son, Jesus Christ. So that's Psalm 16. Tomorrow we'll have Psalm 17 for you. God bless.